Welcome to our channel, Carolis Financial Solutions. I'm Brenda Carolis. My husband and I are financial coaches, and we are setting ourselves with a goal to try to help as many Canadians get out of debt as much as possible or as fast as possible. Right now, with rising interest rates, rising costs of inflation, rising costs of groceries, we have a big problem of Canadians being in an enormous amount of debt, and they're feeling stuck, they're feeling trapped, they're feeling ashamed. And what's going on behind closed doors, everything from the outside might look like we have complete control, but under the surface, I think a lot of us are suffering in silence and worried about our futures and our retirement as well. So, to get started, I want to give you a case example of a couple that is scared for their retirement. They are 57 and 58 years old. They're worried about not being ready for retirement. So this is going to be a two-part video so that I can really break down how quickly they can get everything paid off in time for their goal of retirement and how much savings they'll have. And it blew their mind at how quickly they can get this paid down. So I want to share this with you guys as a case example. We have complex scenarios, a lot of different situations. And so if you really want somebody to take a deeper dive in to help you guys through it, that's what we're here for. We're financial coaches. So reach out and we can definitely work through a plan to get you towards financial peace, debt freedom, and financial freedom. So that puts you into the driver's seat. Today's example, I'm going to be using a method called velocity banking, and it's actually very effective. And it's the most effective if you have the use of a personal line of credit or a home equity line of credit, which I will refer to as a HELOC from here on out. Okay. So here's a quick snapshot of the client situation. They have monthly income of $8,600, monthly expenses of $5,170.07. That's including their mortgage payments, their car loan, their HELOC payments, and their monthly expenses like groceries, gas, eating out, whatever they might need. And their positive cash flow as it stands is just about $34.30 a month. Now, they have a mortgage, $270,000 left. And remember, they're 57, 58 years old, and they want to retire by 65. And right now, their monthly payments are $2,150, and their amortization, that means that you pay the monthly payment as is, it's going to take them 17 years, 10 months to pay it off. So they're going to be like 76 years old before they're mortgage free. That means they have to work well into their retirement and scrape off of however much income they're going to have just to get by, or they'll have to sell in order to make this work. And we don't want that. We want people to be in a position of power. So if you choose to sell, as opposed to being forced to sell, that's a completely different situation. They have a home equity line of credit that's holding a balance of $47,000, and they're making monthly payments of $400. I think their monthly payments, interest only, are only about $300. So they're throwing an extra $100 toward this. And I did the math, and if they continue doing this, it's going to take them 18 years to pay this off. The car loan, $17,000 balance, $553 monthly payments, and that's on track to be paid off in 2.5 years. Now, what I want to do is take you through part one of this part two video, pay off the HELOC and the car loan first. So what we're going to do is we're going to consolidate the home equity line of credit of the $47,000 and the $17,000 car loan. So we're starting off at a balance on the home equity line of credit of $64,000. So as we do this, their previous cash flow was $34.29 because of these monthly payments, the $400 and the $553, right? But now when we're consolidating these two debts and we're using velocity banking, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be depositing their income directly into the HELOC. So we're switching the method that the HELOC, or the philosophy that the HELOC actually takes. It's no longer a separate line of credit of which you make extra payments. We're going to be switching the HELOC to becoming their checking account. So this HELOC is going to have their income coming in and their expenses going out. And you're going to see the quick pay down this can happen considering they have very good cash flow. Their cash flow is going to get healthier now. It's going to be $43.82 a month because we're eliminating the $553 car loan because we looped it into the HELOC. And this $400 monthly HELOC payment goes away all what's going to happen is the interest is going to get tacked on to the balance every single month. And the income deposits are going to in itself act as the payment. Okay. So now I'm going to take you to a breakdown here. It's a recap. Monthly income, $8,600. The monthly expenses have now dropped down by $953 because of consolidating the HELOC balance with the car loan and now using the HELOC as the checking account. Their new positive cash flow is going to be $4382.93, which is $953 more than it was before. So in the first month, we are starting off with a $64,000 balance. We're depositing their income of $8,600. Their monthly expenses are $4217.07. That's coming out. So income going in, expenses going out, and the interest at 7.7%, it's interest only. The way that the banks do it is they calculate a average daily balance throughout the month, and that's how they charge the interest. For all intents purposes, to keep it simple, I'm just calculating the interest based on $64,000 at 7.7%, which for this first month, it would be $410.67. Their new balance at the end of month one is $60,027.74. Let's do it again for month two. Income deposit, monthly expenses going out. The new interest charge is $385.18. New balance is $56,029.98. Now I'm just going to copy this over and do this again. So month number three, let's just change that. Month number three, $8,600, income going in, monthly expenses going out, interest, new balance, $52,006.58. Month number four, income going in again, monthly expenses going out, interest charges, balance is down to $47,957. Month number five, income going in again, expenses going out, interest, new balance, $43,882. So that car loan essentially has been paid off already, which would have taken 2.5 years, took them 5 months. So income going in month six, expenses going out, interest charges, and the new balance is $39,780. Let's do this again for month seven. Income going in, expenses going out, new balance $35,653. Month number eight, income going in, expenses going out, new balance $31,000, getting closer. Month number nine, $8,600, $4217, expenses going out, interest down to $27,000 balance. Month number 10, same thing, income going in, expenses going out, interest is dropping down significantly, and the new balance is $23,000. Let's keep going. Month 11, down to $18,000 balance, $875. Month number 12, income going in, monthly expenses going out. We're down to $14,000 just in 1 year, down to $14,000. What was going to take them 18 years to pay off. This is insane, guys. This is something we all need to be doing. So month number 13, income going in, expenses going out, new interest charges are dropping every single month, and the balance is now $10,000. Now let's look at what happens in month 14. This is crazy. So we're paying this down, monthly expenses going up, and now we're down to a balance of $6,000, $8.25. So now in month 15, we're not going to be putting the full $8,600 of income. We're just going to be putting in what this new balance is going to be, because you can't put income into something and it's not going to go anywhere. So the deposit for the income is going to be minus $6,008.25. Then their monthly expenses go out. And now our new balance is $42.55, right? And in month 16, again, the income, we are only putting in what the balance is left at, which is $42.55. So minus $42.55, $62. expenses going out. And now it's just kind of running with their expenses going in and out. And in month 17, they're completely done with this debt. They could just pay this off and have their $4,000 of expenses coming in and out, and they don't have to use this home equity line of credit anymore until I start showing you part 2, which I told you about. So look at the results of this. Their current method of pay down, the $47,000 at 7.7 interest with 400 monthly payments, it's going to take them 18 years to pay this down. And I did the math, and it's going to give them a total interest cost of $39,261 to pay it off if they continue doing it the way that they're doing it now. Their car loan, as we said, was going to take 2.5 years to pay this down. By combining these two debts, the $47,000 HELOC with the car loan to $64,000 HELOC from the example, the payoff is going to be 16 months, 17 months at the maximum. So that's less than 1.5 years. The total interest that they're going to pay on this is only $3,407.82. And that's a total interest savings of $35,853.18. If this doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will. We are cultured and conditioned to think that making our monthly payments, the minimum monthly payments, or even just a little bit extra in addition to the monthly payments and putting everything else into savings is going to get us ahead. But unfortunately, it's going to take us so long to get out of it. And instead of putting a significant amount into savings, if you have debts, especially consumer debts, car loans or credit cards or lines of credit debt, pay those off first and then start saving. If you've got savings, there's no point. You're just paying so much towards interest and it's benefiting the bank. And every time we make our deposits into our checking account, the bank redeploys those funds, lends them out to make extra interest on it. If there's no money sitting in your checking account, then they can't be making more money off of it. When you put your money in your checking account, are you earning anything on it? I'm not. If you are, I'd love to know which bank you're dealing with. Even our savings account, honestly, there's minimal interest that we're making on it. And what the bank is making off of your money is far more substantial. We really have to change our mindset and change the way that we're doing things. We can make this so much better for ourselves and put ourselves into the driver's seat and start having some financial peace. Thank you for watching. Part 2 is on its way. You're going to see significant savings by paying off their mortgage in way less of a time. Really appreciate it if you would subscribe and like this video. We really have a heart to help, and we want to get everybody into a state of financial peace the way that God intended for us. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. Bye.